And we're live. Welcome to the big show here tonight. It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. How you doing tonight? Nice to see you. Welcome to 2022, January the 3rd. It's a whole new year, baby. Time to make new mistakes. Forget about the old ones. Nice to have you here tonight. Welcome, one and all. I hope you're all healthy out there. I hope you're able to avoid this entire mess of a virus. It's everywhere, isn't it? It's just everywhere. Hope you're doing okay and you're not going to get ill. And if you do catch this thing, I hope it doesn't affect you very much. Cross our fingers. I hope, with the folks who got their shots, that they get through it okay. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So far, Jennifer and I, we're fine. We're here in California. This is a new location for us. We just moved into this condo yesterday. We're here till the end of February now, here in Palm Desert, California. Still on a vacay, and thankfully we're okay. And we're in the Monterey Country Club in Palm Desert as before. But we're just in a different unit now, and it's just getting dark outside now. The pink sky is off to the east, and sun is set behind the mountains. It's going to be black, dark black in about 20 minutes. It just goes from daylight to nothing in less than an hour. It just goes right to darkness. But we're doing okay here in the desert where we live right now. We hit a high today of 64 degrees. We're going to go tonight to a low of, I believe, 41 degrees. Yesterday we were as low as 34. But tomorrow we rise up to 66. And on Wednesday we hit 73. And on Thursday we hit 75 degrees. That'll be the warmest day in about 2 weeks around here. We quickly went from the 80s to the 60s in like a week because we weren't supposed to be in the 80s when we were in the 80s. We were supposed to be in the low 70s when we were in the 80s, and we kind of forgot all about that. And we went right down to the winter temperatures. Now we're coming back into these 70s for the next 10 days, 72 to 75 degrees. Nice. We'll run with that. Overnight lows, 48 to 50. Beautiful. Just fabulous. So I'm very fortunate. We're enjoying it, and it's all good. Jen and I are doing well. We had a good New Year's. We had to spend a couple of nights at a hotel. We had to transfer out of the one condo into this condo by going to a hotel for 2 nights and then coming in. And we ended up having New Year's Eve at the Holiday Inn Express. We were in bed by about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and at about 4 in the morning, I had to go to the bathroom, and I came back to bed, and Jennifer was kind of moving about. She recognized that I was up, and I just leaned over and said, "Happy New Year, dear. Welcome to 4 o'clock in the morning in 2022. She went back to sleep. So it was a big party in our house. Absolutely fantastic, and we have survived it. I hope you survived your New Year's celebrations, and I hope you're surviving the first couple of days of the new year. Thank you, one and all. I have some cruise news for you that I'll bring to you shortly. Let's say hi to some folks here. Nathan is here. How you doing, buddy? Happy New Year's, Bruce. And to the TWB family, we had snow in the Asheville area today. Hit 27 as a low. The high was at midnight, 51 at midnight. Gas $2.96 at Sam's Club, 46 to go. And I'm on the Norwegian Escape. Right on. And you're getting out. Sharon, hi, Bruce, long time no see. Hello there, Ken Kureka. Ken, how are you? Hi, Bruce and all. The temperature in Saginaw, Michigan is 24 degrees. Gas is $2.97 a gallon right now. The Toro snowblower is running well, and so are our all-wheel drive Subarus. Bring it on, Janet and Ken from Saginaw. Welcome, you guys. You're set. You know what you're doing. You're veterans. You're not going to get caught short on that. Well done. No snow down here at the valley, the bottom of the valley where we are, but there is snow on the top of the mountain, just 5 miles, 8 miles from us, San Jacinto, maybe 10 miles away. There's snow up there. Gregory is here. A long, chilly day in Boston. Calgon, take me away, please. Stephen Butler. How you doing, Steve? Hello from Northwest Arkansas. It is 28 degrees and it's dropping here. I was out on the porch and I thought I heard "Oh Canada" in the cold air, and a Mountie drove by on a dog sled. Rocky, ITWB, it is 30 Fahrenheit in Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, Virginia, with a feel-like wind chill temperature of 21. I can't believe it was 78 degrees last Friday. Oh my God, unbelievable. Jeannie is also here. Hello again, Bruce. Bill and Jeannie are back for the big show. Snow day here. Everything comes to a halt. Short winters, springs and falls, and lots of summer. Yes, indeed. Welcome, both of you from East Tennessee. Sharon, it's cold in central New Jersey. Just a few miles south of here, there was a serious snowstorm. But we got nothing. We got nothing. Happy for the driving conditions, but sad I couldn't take a photo that I wanted to take. Nathan, where are you now? We're in Palm Desert. Robert, Bruce, Happy New Year's from freezing Boston. Do you have any plans to cruise this year? You know, I got to tell you, Robert, we really don't know what we're going to do. We really don't know what happens even after the end of February at this point with the variant out there, Omicron. Our daughter got the virus. She caught Omicron in Calgary. And she's been vaccinated. Her boyfriend has been vaccinated, and his son was vaccinated. But the son came down with the Omicron. It happened that the three adults went and got tested on this one particular day. I think it was Tuesday before New Year's, and two of them came back negative. My daughter and her boyfriend, but the son came back positive. But he wasn't feeling any ill effects. Next day, he had a pretty bad cold. The next day after that, he had the fever and the body aches and so on. And then the dad didn't feel too good late on that day. And the next day, the son was back. He was only 25% off of his normal self, but the dad was really into a cold and a fever. And then my daughter began to not feel well. And she knew. She told us, "Oh yeah, the kid's got it, dad's got it. I'm going to get it. We're all going to get it. We're all in the same house. We've isolated. We're not leaving the house. We're staying here." Sure enough, the son recovered. The boyfriend recovered 2 days later, and our daughter. It took her about 4 days, and she told us 2 days ago. She said, "I'm halfway back." And then yesterday, I'm 80% of the way back. And today, she said, "I'm 90% of the way back." And all three tested themselves today. Again, they have a home testing kit, negative all across the board. So they're feeling pretty good coming out of this. So it's everywhere. It's just everywhere. You don't know. So we don't know what we're doing. We have no idea what Jen and I do not know. Hello, everybody from Tom Henry, John Anderson. Hi, everybody. Monovel Camp. Happy New Year, Bruce. Ms. M. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Monovel. My buddy, thumbs up for you, pal. Thank you, Matt. Andy Coleman. Hey, Bruce, Happy New Year. Dodged COVID at Disney World last week. Hope you're well. 30 degrees in Des Moines. First major snow last weekend. Oh, man. Ms. M, I like your new digs. Ms. M, number 20 thumbs ups. Let me know what number thumbs up you are, guys. Bullcraft. Hi, Bruce. Just saying hello and hope all is well. What are your thoughts on the virus outbreak still? So many canceled flights and staff issues. Every business here, every single fast food restaurant, retail store, the Walmarts, the Costco's, the Targets, big signs in the window: help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. It's unbelievable. Flight cancellations have been, another run on those, obviously. This valley here, though, this is the gear up time. This is January, February, March. It's go time around here. This is where it happens. And so lots of people are hired for the season every year. Lots of folks come down here every year. We have Canadian license plates all over the place down here. Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, they're all here. We have out-of-state license plates everywhere, from everywhere. They're here. They've come down here. This is the norm. The golf tournament's coming up in about 10 days, 2 weeks. So that'll be the Amex. Used to be the Bob Hope Desert Classic or whatever they called it, or the Chrysler Championship. It's now known as the Amex American Express Desert Classic, something like that. So that'll be held here. Folks will be coming in for that. Usually they do. And all is happening. But it is something, isn't it? Steve Stair, how you doing? Hello, Bruce. Glad to see you from Lansing, Michigan. Another Michiganer. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me, Sharon. Ken, I love my Subaru. Ken, Larry Lewis. Hi, Uncle B. No snow in Puerto Vallarta. I wouldn't think so. I would not think so. Kevin Chapman. Greetings from Central New Jersey. Want to meet me and Sharon in Vegas this weekend? What about that? I don't know if that's going to happen. Steamer. Hey. Nikki. A frigid 50 degrees here in Jacksonville, Florida. Healing thoughts to Jen Jr. and her friends. Steamer. I have never felt more relieved being double vaccinated and boosted. Right on, man. I hear you there, Steamer. I am the 183rd thumbs up. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. Donnell, hello, everybody. 28 thumbs ups. I'm number 24. Eddie, hi, Bruce and Jen. Got cold overnight here in Charlotte. 55 mile an hour winds this morning. It went from 70 degrees to 30. Brr, I guess. Steamer, I wish I was cruising. Mike Barber, hello from the Norwegian Gem. Where are you, Mike? Where are you now on the Gem? Where is it? Where in the water are you? Kirk is here from the Big Apple. Kirk's YouTube and Facebook channel. The man is in the house. Welcome, sir. Anna Rogers, 28 thumbs ups now. Ontario going back to modified lockdown on Wednesday for at least 21 days. Full-blown lockup. No school. It's all virtual learning. Yeah, the shutdown is on big time. They're setting records every day in Ontario. They're setting records in Alberta, British Columbia. It is a mess. We're delighted to be here in California. Absolutely delighted to be on this golf course. We are completely away from the hordes. We have no interest in being near a lot of people at all. And so Vegas is kind of out the door. Not really interested in hanging out in Vegas right now. I don't think so. I think we'll just stay down here. I hate to say it because I do enjoy Vegas, but no, not this time. Mike, almost to Charleston, South Carolina. That's where we are on the Gem right now. Eddie Albert is here. We're going to cancel February the 6th on the Edge. It's too weird right now. Just too weird. Rocky, I'm thumbs up number 36, buddy. Right on. Thank you, man. Steamer, no lockdown in Saskatchewan. I was teaching with kids in class today. Isn't that something? It is something. Here in California now, it's mandatory that if you go into any indoor area, commercial, you must wear a mask. All employees must be masked as well. So going into the Costco store, going into Target, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., any of the restaurants, all masked up. We're all masked up. And it's now just so normal. It is just such a normal thing now to be masked up and to see people wearing masks. It's not even a big deal anymore. It's just like, yeah, everyone's wearing a mask. That's the way it is around here. Unbelievable. Cruise news. I have some cruise news for you guys that I thought I would share with you today. I was looking up, different articles, and I found kind of a common theme. Unfortunately, it's basically I'm writing up here some names of some ships and cruise lines where they can't dock, they can't come in to certain geographical places anymore. Like, for example, the Disney Fantasy was denied entry into St. Thomas, not allowed in. They've had all kinds of ships showing up now with positive cases. The Costa Diadema and the MSC Splendida, I believe it's called, they've been banned from Brazil. Apparently, the Costa Diadema showed up with 68 infections on board, and the Splendida, the MSC ship, 28 infections. Brazil has gone on now in the last 24, 48 hours. They have banned all cruising to and from Brazilian ports. So no cruise ships are allowed into Brazil, period. Completely cut off, and I think 3 other ships are directly affected immediately by this announcement. So, increased days, completely changed itineraries, you name it, it's all different. The steamer is saying, "Thank God I have ears. Would be difficult wearing a mask." Eddie, do you want to go back to Canada now or stay in the USA? Yeah, that's a trick question, isn't it? John, you struck your mic, Bruce. Let's go. Travel tips. Good evening. Happy to be here. Thank you and for joining me. All right, other things here. The MSC Seashore. That's a brand new ship. That's not even a year old. That ship is sailing in out of Miami. that ship was denied entry into the Bahamas. Now, that doesn't sound so onerous, does it? But when I tell you, they were denied entry to their own private island in the Bahamas. Does that sound more menacing? Isn't that something? They were not allowed to their own private island at all because of the number of positive cases on board that ship. I don't have the number, but apparently it was to the Bahamian officials. No can do, buddy. Cannot come on board. Can't come ashore at your own private island. Isn't that something? Don is always frustrated in his thumbnails. I have no idea what this means. Let's go travel tips. We are booked on the Western Caribbean on Caribbean Princess. We're going to depart January the 16th. We're closely watching flights and Omicron numbers, and we'll decide later this week what to do. Yeah, you may want to. I mean, I'm just amazed that some people still are trying to fly in on the day of their cruise, to save money on hotels and stuff. And with all these cancellations of flights, oh my God, I'd be panicked about missing, the D. I'd be trying to get down there 2 or 3 days before the cruise, stay in a hotel if I have to, so what? And then get the cruise in. But for some folks, they don't have the time. They can't get the time off work, or they don't have the money, or whatever. Unbelievable. Other developments. Ada Nova, the Ada cruise line. The Ada Nova cruise ship was in Lisbon, Portugal on New Year's Eve during the daytime. And or might even been the day before, because this is an amazing story. 52 out of 1,353 crew tested positive when they landed there. 2,844 passengers were negative. They didn't have the virus. But because 52 of the staff of the crew were positive, the ship had to spend the night, New Year's Eve. The ship had to spend New Year's Eve in Lisbon. Couldn't get out, wouldn't be allowed out. That ship was supposed to be in the Canary Islands and Madeira for a huge fireworks thing that's handled every year. It's a huge, massive fireworks show. As a matter of fact, I think I can show you a bit of that. Let me just show you. This is from years ago, but it's a big deal. Here you go. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of cruise ships there, and it's a big annual due. Apparently, that was canceled. These folks were stuck, and apparently the passengers, 2,844, they had to find a hotel room in Lisbon. I don't know how many hours notice. I don't know how it got pulled off. I have no details, but I'm just thinking this has got to be a nightmare. What a nightmare, this one. Now, this last story, this one is really something. I was reading up on this. I have to thank Cruise Law News for this story, because he reported on this one. I was just amazed at this story. So apparently, Royal Caribbean, a couple of their, at least 2 of their ships, the Verizon of the Seas and the Rhapsody of the Seas, are not yet sailing with passengers. They're still, not yet working with paying passengers. Okay. Royal Caribbean is using those 2 ships as floating hospital ships for their crews. Did you know that? So the more crew members that are testing positive for the COVID virus, what's happening is in the Caribbean, in the Caribbean, Royal Caribbean has a number of ships, the Oasis class ships coming and going all the time. When they get crew members that test positive on these Caribbean sailings, what they try to do is on the way back to Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Port Canaveral, they try to get the ship to swing by and rendezvous with I believe it's the Vision of the Seas in this case. And they'll rendezvous with the ship more than 10 miles off the U.S. shore in international waters near Bahamas. And they will then have the crew people that are infected pack up their stuff and get off the ship onto tenders and go over to the Vision of the Seas and wait out their viruses there. Now, a lot of the crew members that are transferred, they've got the virus, but they're not ill. They're asymmetric. They're a you know what. Anyway, they're not in discomfort, but some might be. And so the cruise line is using this ship as a floating hospital for crew. And of course, the skeptics are saying, well, the doctors that Royal Caribbean uses on board ships are generally speaking contracted employees from countries around the world, not American doctors, and they're much cheaper to employ on a cruise ship. And so the skeptics are saying, yeah, these guys are using lower cost doctors on their own ships to provide medical services to these infected people. I have no idea. What do you do if you have, 3, 4, or 5 that need intensive care with ventilators? So what now? Do you have that equipment on board? I have no answers for you. The Rhapsody of the Seas is being used as a floating hospital ship off the coast of Barbados, down by Bridgetown. So I can imagine that. I don't know how they would, if they had like an emergency case, like a real critical case, would they be able to transfer a passenger from that ship to Barbados into a hospital? I have no idea. But other news about Royal Caribbean, apparently the Harmony of the Seas, which is one of the Oasis class cruise ships, capable of handling 6,000 passengers and 2,000 crew, 8,000 people. It's capable of that. Okay, on this last cruise that they just finished, 100 crew members were transferred onto the Vision of the Seas in the Bahamas. The next day, the cruise ship arrived in, I believe, Port Canaveral. 300 passengers were positive coming back to Fort Canaveral. And the CDC has now estimated that over 5,000 cases, 5,000 positive confirmed cases have now been discovered on cruise ships. But I can't say for certain if that's accurate, because in some cases, some cruise lines haven't been reporting to the CDC because they don't have to. They're not visiting U.S. ports. And so it's a mystery number, actually. And so it's really something. So I wonder, I'm amazed that, the CDC hasn't shut down the cruise lines. The USA hasn't told them to stop doing business here. They're still allowed to do what they're doing. And so that's what's going on. That's what I know. It's really something. I don't know what's going to happen here. Steaming Beans is saying to Let's Go Travel Tips, I wish you safe travels. Eddie Albert, with flight disruption, not sure we could even get tested. We're not sure we can get tested or get there. Oh my. The steamer hotels in Florida are so expensive. Let's Go Travel Tips. We always fly on the day before, as we will with this upcoming trip. We have seen our flight be over 3 hours late twice in the last 2 weeks and canceled once already. Steamer, I will never fly in the day of a cruise. Anxiety is not fun. Kate PM, do you think because of the crews are changing after their 6 or 7 month contracts are up, they're bringing the virus on board the ships? Well, Kate, you can't get on the ship without being fully vaccinated, and you have to be tested. So the crews are constantly tested. And so I think what's happening, I'm guessing, is there are passengers getting on the ship that are testing negative, but it's a false negative, and or they're testing negative, but they actually have the virus in their bodies, but the level of the infection is so weak at the moment that it's not showing. And 2 days later into a cruise, now they're becoming positive, and yet they're not feeling any effects. And it's on the 4th or 5th day of a cruise. Now they feel the effects of the virus, but they've been super spreading it for 2 days nonstop, all over the ship, crew, other passengers. And there are dozens of these folks, dozens. They don't know. And that's how the crew's getting it. The crew catches the virus, but they don't know they have it. They get tested on day 5 of the cruise. They're testing negative. They get tested on day 7 when the cruise is over, negative. They get tested on day 2 on the next cruise, positive. And now we have positive cases. Well, this crew member got affected a week ago, but it took a week to show up. That's what's going on. It's not that they're bringing it on board; it's being brought on board to them. Kareem, hey, Uncle Bruce, stop by to check out your other platform and hopefully hit the like button. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Welcome, sir. I don't know who this is, and I don't know what that means. Eddie, I heard the Celebrity Equinox went from medical staff of 9 to 3. So there's not. This is not good for sick passengers. It went from 9 medical staff to 3. Oh my God, Eddie, heard the test may not show for 2 days before. This is not good. Arc Adventures, Happy New Year's, Bruce. Welcome, you guys. Andy and I just got off the Mardi Gras and left Florida at 86 degrees. We're traveling to St. Louis in the snow, 17 degrees, buzzkill. I have no idea why you're doing that. I don't understand it. You guys have got it all wrong. You're supposed to be in Florida for the winter and then St. Louis, for the warmer months. I don't quite get the mentality here. But, you got to do what you got to do. I understand. Welcome back and hope you had a good time and welcome back to the mainland. I'm sorry that it's all over because, it's cold, isn't it? It is cold and miserable. Yeah, this virus thing, I'll tell you, people ask me all the time. Oh, they ask me all the time, when are you and Jennifer going on your next cruise? And we say we'd love to go on the next cruise, but my idea of a cruise is to relax. My idea of a cruise is not necessarily to be wearing a mask all the time. I'm not interested in, having parts of the ship shut down or not being able to do the spa thing or what. No, it's not working for me. It's just not. It's not jiving with this guy. I need my relaxation time and the amenities, and I don't want to walk around in a mask. I just no. So there's the problem. There's the issue right there. John, please yawn again. I need to go to bed, folks. I'm dying here. I've been going. I'll tell you, Arc Adventures. We said the same thing. We came home for a family Christmas and a puppy. Sadly, had COVID hit the family, but we're all well now. Fingers crossed, we're good too after the ship. Oh my gosh, you and Jen stay put and don't travel. I'm thinking we're going to stay here and enjoy California. We got a hot tub and a swimming pool just outside over here. We're fine. I went to In-N-Out for dinner tonight. I'm happy. I'm eating gourmet food here. I can't complain about this. So it's all good. We're fine. We're both healthy. We're taking it easy. We're not stressing ourselves. I'm just visiting with people all day long on this machine. So as long as I can keep talking and keep eating and drinking and showering and pooping and laughing, we're good. It's all good. We're both good. So there you have it. Our daughter's recovered. We're happy about that. We're trying to talk to her now about the logistic of having her come down here. And that might be sometime in the latter part of January. And maybe she can spend a couple of weeks with us and just relax. We'll see. I don't know. Time will tell, one day at a time. I'll tell you, never a dull moment. If any of you are giving us thumbs ups today, I want to say thank you so very, very much to all of you who are helping this channel out. We do appreciate it. We do have 112 of you here right now, and I appreciate that. There are 47 thumbs ups that have come in so far. If any of you out there are able to find a way to hit that thumbs up button and pop that number up, we could get this to 100 pretty quickly with 109 or 110 of you here. I do appreciate that very much. 55 now. Here they come. Here come the thumbs ups. They're just rolling in already. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind support. And we appreciate it, Jen and I. 57 and counting now. We're almost at 60 thumbs ups. Heading for 100, I'm sure, in no time. The old cruise game. I wonder, are you folks out there getting inundated with offers? Deals on cruises? Are you being offered any private emails out there from your favorite cruise lines, like free drink packages or, tipping is included, free Wi-Fi, or are you being chased by the cruise lines to come on over? I'd love to know. If you can share with us, that would be great. Sharon, laugh a lot. Kevin and I were just talking about it. In-N-Out. I want to go there in Vegas, and Kevin doesn't appreciate fine dining. I don't get it. What's with this guy? He's an author. Authors live on In-N-Out. I don't understand. Well, the good news is there's an In-N-Out burger in a number of the casinos, but definitely there's one off of Flamingo Drive, just on the other side of the expressway, just to the west. Yeah, get to New York, New York, grab a cab over the other side, In-N-Out right there. You're on your way. Arc Adventure. We got to Tennessee and a blizzard hit. Can't see the lines. Can you, Russ? Unbelievable. The Masters is here. Any news on the Carnival Panorama? I'm booked to go on January the 8th. I haven't heard any news on Panorama. I heard news on the Horizon. She was in dry dock for emergency repairs, but Carnival Panorama, I think she's working just fine. Let me tell you right now where she is. Let me take a peek here. I'm going to go over here on Cruise Mapper, and I'm going to find the Panorama for you if I can. Let's see if I do that, and I do this, and then I do this. This should help me find the Panorama pretty quickly. And I was under the impression, I thought I was under the impression that the Panorama right now is in Puerto Vallarta. She's in Puerto Vallarta right now, and she's on her whatever trip she's on. She's LA. Left on the 31st, Puerto Vallarta tonight, Mazatlan tomorrow, Cabo San Lucas on the 5th, and Los Angeles on the 8th. So all is well. She'll be coming to get you. From what I can tell you, Ms. M, some people are saying that Mini Crew had the first shot, J&J, that lasts about 2 months. There's all kinds of rumors about everything about this. It's unverifiable, I think, is the reality. Raymond Marion, there are only two places where you can that unvaccinated people can go. That's Mexico and Pinta Cana, and soon you will need to be vaccinated. And for those that are not, it will take a year and a half to travel again. Sean and Wendy God is amazing. Welcome, both of you. Hey, Uncle Bruce, great show. We also believe these ships used the one-shot Pfizer, all of them, instead of the two shots for time and money, and the protection was not as strong as the two-step. He had some rest. Oh, I'll be getting some rest. Don't you worry about that. Johnny, do you think cruising will get shut down again? I'm not sure. You know, it's been surprising to me that it hasn't already. But so far, so good. They're toughing it out at the moment. Raymond, what are the countries that unvaccinated people can go? I have no idea. I do not know. Kevin, I concede the point on In-N-Out Burger. We'll go to the one next to the high roller. Right on. Sean, not offering any deals. Some prices still too high, apparently. Time should bring them down, though. Looks like nobody's getting deals. We're back on the horizon, March 5, and we're hoping things go well on that by that. It should be done by then. At least 3 emails a day, though. Nathan saying, I'm getting 3 emails a day. Also getting upgrade auction bid emails. So there you go. They're pushing. Stephen Butler, I have been getting a lot of email offers, but it is hard to tell if any of the discounts are really meaningful or if it is their normal marketing. Very interesting. Yes, interesting. Sharon loves Cameron Chapman. The Masters upgraded today by phone call from a cove balcony to a family harbor suite for just $300, and I think $70 for my family of 4, sailing January the 8th. Any cruise news for that ship, you know? That is fantastic. That is a great potential offer there. John Weir, if that's on the Panorama, you're going to like it. John Weir, Bruce, take the Palm Springs tram someday and take some pictures to share. I have taken many guests up there. They all loved it. Jen and I have done the tram together. We've done the tram with Jennifer Jr., but I have to confess, I like it. I love the tram, but Jen, she doesn't like the tram. She is an anti-tramite. Yeah, she's an anti-tramster, and there's no way I'm getting her up there. And guess what's at the top of the tram? Snow. We're not going up there, buddy. It's not happening. Space Force Cooks. In-N-Out is a great fast food burger, yet Shake Shack is a better burger, yet as fast and casual. Several locations in Vegas, so there you go. Shane Nordgren, new to the channel, sailing the Valor in February, Carnival Valor, I think, to Cozumel and Port of Miami. Any must-see or do suggestions for that? Does anyone have any see or say to do suggestions for Cozumel and Puerto Puerto Maya. I thought I saw something about Puerto Maya where you can. There's a beach there in that area, Puerto Maya, that has amenities and stuff that is well liked by people, and you have to reserve to get there because only a certain number of people are allowed on it. But I'm also of the impression that can you not go and see Mayan ruins from Puerto Maya? Anybody know? Anybody want to tell? Kimberly, go. Jen, I scream at anyone who moves on the tram. I have surprised I haven't been kicked off. There you go. Those trams, Kimberly, just to make you get even queasier, this tram from the Palm Springs to the top of San Jacinto Mountain, or near the top, is a rotating tram. So as you go up, it rotates to give you a 360-degree view of the valley and then the mountain and the valley. But it rotates very slowly. It's not like really fast. It's not like one of those Disney rides, those cups where you go round and round and round. It's not like that. But just to kind of give you the heebie-jeebies, Kimberly, the tram does have they rotate, the cars rotate. Built in Switzerland, highly specialized and extremely popular. A lot of people take the tram. In the summertime, I say go for it because you go from 115 degrees on the floor up to about 75, 80 degrees up there. It's wonderful. And when you come down, it gets hot again. John, Bruce, there's also a very nice bar at the top of the tram right now. There you go. There's also that. Space Force Cooks, we'd need a lot more ship outbreaks to happen in order for cruising to shut down, says Space Force Cooks. However, canceled ports and canceled entertainment are happening, unfortunately. Yeah, the Cayman Islands, they're shut down. You can't get in there. They were supposed to welcome their first ship in there on the 26th of December. We call that Boxing Day in Canada. But at the last minute, I think it was the day before, on the 25th of December, the Holland America ship that was supposed to go got the word, you can't come in. We're not opening up at all. Nobody has gone in there at all now for almost 2 years. Sean and Wendy, I guess it'll be 2 years in February for Cayman Islands, probably. Sean and Wendy, we were on for 6 weeks, September, October, the NCL Gem. We did not even need a mask, and they didn't test us until the 5th week of our last cruise. What a difference a few months make now. Wow, we were so blessed. Isn't that amazing? Kimberly, what is that needed for, the rotating? What? I haven't been to Palm Springs in years, obviously. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. That's unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, they are big. These are big tram cars too. They can hold like 30 people, 35. They're big. But no issues with them per se. But yeah, if you're not into trams and you don't like rotating trams, you're not going to like this tram. But apparently, millions have, and millions of people have been on these and have enjoyed them immensely. So there you go. What can I say? Rotating tram cars. You should take a look at, maybe you shouldn't, but you could take a look at videos on YouTube. Some of the trams in Switzerland that go to the top of some of these unbelievable peaks. These things are engineered incredibly. But then again, that's probably not going to work for you. And you probably weren't a fan of the James Bond movie where Jaws and James Bond had a tit-tat fight on one of those trams. Of course, something tells me that was all fake and it was all Hollywood. It wasn't real. But at the end of the fight, apparently the Jaws himself was on top of a tram car after getting James Bond to jump off of one. He thought he'd killed him, but he didn't. And, of course, James Bond never dies. But anyway, Jaws was on this tram car when all of a sudden a wire got cut. And the tram car apparently went out of control all the way down to the bottom and crashed into the concrete wall at the end of the thing. Of course, this is all pretend in Hollywood. But it looked pretty cool. And after the crash and everything happened and all the debris and everywhere, after like 30 seconds, you saw a hand come up and move a brick out of the way, and then another brick, and Jaws came out and just dusted off his jacket and started looking for James Bond again to go and try and kill him. So you probably wouldn't like that movie either, although it's funny. It's funny. Kimberly, I made the mistake of going to the top of the Eiffel Tower in Vegas. I couldn't go down fast enough, let me tell you that. Gonzo, I was on the Norwegian Encore in December. Seems like the last cruise before everything started to fall apart. No masks at all, only tested at the pier once. Amazing. Kimberly, I did go on the ledge of the Sears Tower in Chicago, sitting down and scooting out, took a selfie looking downward. So, you did that. John, I'm not Barry Manilow. Okay. But when you, what? Transfer down? But what? But when you take the tram supporting towers, it makes the young girl scream. Pass. I don't. Okay. Brandon, Carnival Dream, January 9th. Can't wait. There you go. We're going from a tram discussion to a cruise ship discussion to a tram discussion. The highest elevator I ever took was up the CN Tower in Toronto. That was in 1979. The tower was finished in 1974. I've been up a couple times since. And that was the tallest structure in the world for a number of years. And you could take the elevator all the way up to about 1,500 feet, something like that. And it's an elevator that looks out, but the elevator goes up a track area that is behind a glass wall. That makes sense. So the elevator has a glass exterior, but it's inside a tube. Again, concrete on three sides, glass in the front, all the way up. So the wind can hit that elevator shaft, and the elevator, there's no sound whatsoever. And it's silent, quick. You hear little music playing, and they tell you how long it'll take you and how fast you're going. I found it quite enjoyable. I loved it. I thought it was great. You just saw the whole city disappear down below your feet. It's pretty cool. My mother-in-law, not a fan of elevators, afraid of heights, but she actually enjoyed it too. She stood at the back though, and we held her hand, and she went, "Oh, that's really pretty." But because there was no buffeting and no wind, it was a very pleasant ride. Kimberly, I live in Seattle. Space Needle, total window elevator. Yipes. Kimberly and Heights not getting along. I can tell you that right now. Sharon, I've done stair climb races at the Empire State Building and the new World Trade Center, but the view in the stairwells isn't much. The views at the top are worth it, though, I would imagine. I was on the top of the World Trade Center in 1999. Yeah, 1999, December. My daughter and Jennifer and I, we were on top of the World Trade Center and had the tour up there. It was kind of cool. And then the same night, we went up the Empire State Building. We did both the same day and enjoyed both, of course. John, sorry, Bruce, when the tram passes the cable supporting towers, people scream. Oh, there you go, because of the rumble. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Rebecca, hi, Bruce, good to see you. Happy New Year. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you and your family. Appreciate you being here tonight. How are we doing on these thumbs ups? Look at that. We have 76 thumbs ups now from you wonderful viewers. If any of you are able to help us out, we only need 24 more thumbs ups, and we will have 100 for this little live get-together show. If it is possible for any of you to hit that thumbs up button, if you have a second device or a third device, help us out. We have 81 now. 83 now. We only need 17 more thumbs ups, and we're going to have 100 thumbs ups on this show for this YouTuber. And I appreciate this more than you can imagine. It really helps us with the ratings, and it sends more people to us. It's wonderful. 83 now, 17 to go. If you can find that button, please help us out and hit that thumbs up button and get us over the top. Kimberly, yes, John, those were tram towers going through the wheels. Erico, thanks for the thumbs up reminder. I just hit I'm number 77. Arico says, thank you, buddy. Nikki, in Prague, there was a subway escalator That was the steepest, longest, and fastest I have ever experienced. I held on for dear life and wished it would end quickly. I believe it's Bogota, Colombia, or is it Medellin? I think it's Bogota. In various sections of the city, millions and millions and millions and millions of people, they have built trams rather than designed public transit ground systems. And these trams have proven to be incredibly popular and very beneficial for the local economy. Apparently, they don't cost a lot to ride, and they are efficient as get up. I guess you take an elevator or whatever you get up to the platform, and some of these platforms I think have multiple directions for trams. So you get off the one tram here, and then you head on the next tram over to there or wherever you're going to. Quite amazing. And it's really been a big beneficial thing. And these cars, they have, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 people at a time. Pretty cool stuff. Sure. And it's electric. So, no diesel fumes and all that. Not like buses. Kirk, Bruce, there is a place called The Edge in New York City, very high up and really cool. Interesting. Rocky, Shane, I visited the Chachcoaban Mayan ruins in Costa Maya. Very interesting. Jaden, hi Bruce. Hi there, Jaden. How you doing? Sharon, 30 Rock also has a nice observatory. That's right. The top of 30 Rockefeller Center has that observatory and a restaurant up there. That's right. That if you ever seen the movie Sleepless in Seattle, one of the scenes was depicted at the top of that location. I don't know if they used it, but they depicted it with a nice view of the Empire State Building. Pretty cool. I've been up the Empire State Building probably 6 times in my lifetime, at least 6 times. Every time I enjoy it. I love it. I love the 86th floor and walking around. I've been to the 101st up there. It's okay, but the 86th is roomy and nice. It's kind of cool up there. Neat to see that. Sandy, hi Bruce and TW family. I gave you 2 thumbs ups. It's 13 below Celsius in Medicine Hat, Alberta right now, and it's snowing. Yuck. Forgive me, Sandy, if I don't pop by and say hi. I'm just, more in love with the weather here than that weather there. Although, and I know you guys can go up to +6 anytime with those Chinooks, but I hear you. It's cold. Kimberly, okay, anyone been on one of those crazy glass bottom bridges like at the Grand Canyon? And paid extra to do it? Are you crazy? Wow. RMS Bolivia has an extensive tramway system. How about that? Ms. M, take care, everybody. See you next week. Stay safe, Bruce and Jen. Ms. M, thank you so much for being here. Love having you here as always. Glad you could make it. We are now at 93 thumbs ups. We need 7 more thumbs up. Just 7 more. Are there 7 of you out there that can help us out with a thumbs up to get us to 100? We are so close to 100 thumbs ups. Just 94. Now we need 6. We need 6 more. Just 6 more, and we've got it. We got 95. We need 5 more thumbs ups, and we got 100. Now we need 3. We got 97. We need 3 more. 3 more thumbs ups. Help us out. We need 2 now. We need 2 thumbs ups to go. Just to get 98 in. We need 2 more. We're at 99. We're at the Wayne Gretzky level. Once you get to the Gretzky level, you're going to make it. There it is right there. 100 thumbs ups have come through because of you wonderful, beautiful people. I thank you very much. Now, of course, we have a smart aleck taking one away and then adding it again. But we love you. Thank you all so much for getting us to 100 thumbs ups. That is awesome stuff. John, there are only 3 trams built by this company, Palm Springs, Table Rock Mountain at Cape Town, and in Norway. Lucky to have I've been on all 3. That's interesting, John. Double D said I was number 94. Donnell, number 100. Yes. Sharon, 101, man. You're 101. Jeannie says there's a new glass bottom bridge in Gatlinburg, and it is a no for me. There you go. I've seen a YouTube video of a glass walkway type thing where I'm not sure where this is. I want to say somewhere in China, but I could be wrong. And it's rigged in such a way that when you walk along it, it has an artificial kind of a screen on it. It actually isn't real. You think you're looking down but you're looking at an image of what it would look like if you were looking down, where the rest of the bridge is the real thing. But apparently, this 10-foot section or something like that, you walk on it about 3 feet in and it cracks. It doesn't really crack. It's an image of your walkway. It's cracking on you. It's shattering. There are YouTube videos where a whole lot of people are walking along innocently along, and they're looking down. All of a sudden, the cracks appear. They're hanging onto the rail, and they're wondering, "Oh my God, I'm going down." Kimberly, this one's for you. Sharon, 102 thumbs up, Bruce. Mr. T, hey, Brucey. I think I was number 98. I'm just swinging by. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget to rock. You got it, buddy. Thank you. Kimberly, yipes. Went to the second device and made the countdown. Clicked again real fast. Thank you, Kimberly. Robert, Bruce, 3 thumbs ups. All my iPads and my phone. You got your 100 thumbs ups. There's no question about it. RMS, the tramway at Sandia Peak in Albuquerque is also great. Sharon, I actually sat on the glass partition on the edge. It was scary, but I was proud of myself for doing it. Kirk, SLG, was that cool? She says, I saw a crack on a panel. I'd be running and screaming and crying. That's a pretty good gag, though, don't you think? Unsuspecting person walking along, all of a sudden it cracks and fractures out. It just looks like it's going to go down. That'd be a lot of fun. I tell you, I'd like to be the camera guy on that. Oh, man, unbelievable. 101 thumbs ups. We're hanging right in there, just over 100. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your thumbs ups with us today. They cost you nothing to give out if you can find the time to do it. We do appreciate it. Every thumbs up we get, YouTube will send us more viewers, and we thank you. Oh, man. All right. Sharon, Sean and Wendy of the NCL Prima has glass walk around to one side in the video, so it's normally the 8th floor outside. Wow. First sailing August 22. Vatican asked a cop, that's the Empire State, right? He said, that's the Chrysler. What's wrong with me? It's the Chrysler building you were pointing at. Sharon, not glass, but climbing the Sydney Harbor Bridge is a fabulous experience. I've kind of wanted to do it, but I think I'm too old now. Might not be in the right shape anymore. Kimberly, I wonder if they do have a camera on that cracking bridge, could make some extra money. I know there are YouTube videos about this. The cracking glass sidewalk. I don't know what you call it, but that might pop up some video results. Actually, 102 if you update there, Bruce. You got 102 thumbs ups now. Donnell, there's a heart-stopping glass bottom on the Sky Tower in Auckland. It's about 1,000 meters up or something like that. That's kind of scary stuff. We have 107 thumbs ups now. Look at this, 107. We are skyrocketing here with thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, so much. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Yeah, the old glass bottom sidewalks. 108, says Sharon. You got 108. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, I haven't been on any of the giant Ferris wheels around the world. There's one in Vegas, there's one in London, and then there's others around the world. I haven't been on any of those. I don't like roller coasters. Don't do that. So, I'm a kind of, I'm like a grounded kind of guy. Sandy, has anyone been on the Capilano suspension bridge in Vancouver? I have. I've been on the Capilano a couple times. It can be a bit, bouncy. Something tells me Kimberly would not like the Capilano suspension bridge at all. I don't think that would work for her in the slightest. But it is kind of unique. It's been there a long, long time. It's expensive to go now. You got to pay a lot of money to go on that suspension bridge now. Nikki, you can keep your glass bottom side walkways. Not for me, Nikki says. Kimberly, I guess you need to do more shows on trams and glass bottom walkways since cruising kind of limbo right now. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, what can I say about cruising? It's just not good news. But tram walkways and glass bottom sidewalk. I remember being in a glass bottom boat in a lake in Ocala, Florida, in Ocala Springs, Florida. At that time, this will be 1971, so it is going back a bit, or even 1970. I was probably 15 at the time. Mom and Dad and grabbed the 3 kids, and we went on a holiday. We were gone for like 4 or 5 weeks. One sort of February, March, we were gone. It was a great holiday. What an experience, because we left in February in the middle of a blizzard. We left town, and we drove from Kitchener, Ontario, down to Detroit, Michigan. Got over to the U.S. side. I can't remember if we crossed the bridge or the tunnel. I don't remember. And then we drove through Cincinnati. And I remember coming out of Cincinnati, no snow, no snow in Cincy, and we had just left the blizzard, 4 hours earlier. We ended the day that night in Lexington, Kentucky, and bluegrass country, and it was 60 degrees. And I remember we spent the night at like a Holiday Inn or something like that, and my dad and I, we had to take the suitcases out of the back of the van to bring him into the hotel room. And I'm looking at my dad and I'm saying, Dad, I don't understand something. He said, what is it? I said, well, we just drove 12 hours by car, by using this Ford Econoline van you have here. And in 12 hours, we left a blizzard in our hometown, and we're in Lexington, Kentucky, where it's 60 degrees. My question is, why are we living where we're living, and why aren't we living down here? I mean, it's only a 12-hour car ride away. What's wrong with us? Well, son, this is America. We're Canadians, and so there's that. And there's the issue of paperwork, and we don't know anybody here, and we're kind of settled in up there. And I'm kind of going, yeah, but Dad, that tomorrow we're going to be in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's further south. That's God's country down there. And then we're going to be down in Florida. We're going to be all the way down in Ocala, Florida. Canadians live down there. I know for a fact. Even at age 15, I knew that. It never happened. But we did drive the next day to Chattanooga, spent a couple nights in Chattanooga, actually. And we went and saw the caves. There were these caves somewhere near Chattanooga, these incredible caves. It's kind of a neat tour. It's 1970. And then we went up to a lookout point, and we could see 5 or 7 states? I can't remember the number of states. It was kind of neat. On a clear day, you could see a bunch of states. Then we drove to Ocala, Florida, and then we ended up in St. Petersburg, Saratoga and St. Petersburg, Florida. Then we drove Gator Alley several days later, Gator Alley to Miami. And then from there, after a few days, north to Daytona Beach. And then north of that, and we ended up leaving Florida. We ended up in the border between South Carolina and North Carolina. There was a hotel right on the South Carolina side. South of the border, it was called. And we stayed at this hotel place that had Ferris wheels and bumper cars. 1970. Then we ended up in Washington, D.C. Stayed in Washington for, I think, 2 nights and saw various sites in Washington, walked around the White House, and then drove back home from Washington one day back to Kitchener, Ontario in one day from Washington, D.C. I thought, Washington was rainy, but it wasn't snowy. This is March now. But I thought, geez, why are we way up here? So that got me started on warm weather, I'll tell you that. Larry, the skywalk at the west rim of the Grand Canyon is a knee wobbler, but I had my old ass out there, I guess. Kimberly, I've been on the Capilano suspension bridge, she says. I tried to hold up people from getting on at the same time. You can't go on there with me. No, only I can go on. Oh, I don't want anyone else on this bridge. Donnell, have a great week, everybody. See you all back here next Monday. Hopefully, good luck and be careful out there as a surge and as a sarge. You be careful out there, as a sarge used to say in Black Hill Street Blues. He would go, hey. Be careful out there. That's right. That's what he said. Doubt. I'm out of here. See you at 6 a.m. Thank you, Double D. Rocky, the 17. Super Westmount, there's a glass bottom skywalk at the Columbia Ice Fields, Athabascan Glaciers, Alberta. That's kind of cool. Kirk Brunson, I'm thinking about doing a glass bottom boat on my Carnival cruise. Robert, glass bottom on a sub in the Cayman Islands. Let go, get some great photos. Brittany, hello. I decided to give you a chance tonight. Brittany Anderson, how have you been? It's been a long time. Hope you're well. John Weir, to make you feel better, here in Oquawka, Illinois, the Mississippi River froze over completely last night, and it's 13 degrees here right now. You're not making me feel better. Thanks to your show tonight. Thanks, Bruce. Thank you, John Weir. Stephen Butler, 7 states you can see from the Rock City in Chattanooga. It is worth going to see. 7 states. That's right. Brittany, Bruce, you have a huge uphill battle for me to resubscribe. Brittany, it's all good. It's all good, my dear. If it doesn't work, it's okay. If it works, I'm a happy guy too. Kimberly, I have watched so many times. First time I ever spoke up, kind of feel Bruce famous now. Oh, you are infamous, Kimberly. I will never forget this. Donnell, good night to all. It's 2 a.m. here. Yawn. There you go. I got to say my good nights too, but I got to see how many thumbs ups we have now. Look at that, 110 thumbs ups. If I can get one from Brittany Anderson, and I got 11, maybe that was right there. Maybe Brittany just gave me one. That might be 111 thumbs ups right there, because Brittany is always good for a thumbs ups if she's happy with the show, and I hope she is. Thank you, everyone who has given me thumbs ups. 112 have come in now. Look at that. They're still coming in. Thank you guys so much for helping out. And Mrs. Brittany Anderson, you take care of yourself and that husband of yours. Stay healthy for us. And everyone else out there, be well and take care. Kimberly, it was a pleasure having you here tonight as a speaker on this show. Enjoy all of your days, everyone. Stay healthy for me. And we'll see you next Monday night for the big show here, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We'll talk travel and cruise ships and stuff. We'll talk about trams and glass-covered walkways that look down 1,000 feet to your death. Oh, it's kind of fun. Oh, we'll have all kinds of fun next week. Thank you, everybody. Sharon, thank you. Have a great night, Bruce. Colleen is here. I'm out. Peace out. Thank you, Colleen. Kimberly, enjoy social. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye for now from Palm Desert, California. Right on. Stephen Butler, thanks, buddy. Nikki, good night. Be safe. Thank you.